Hi, this is Dr. Nick. I'm the incrementalist.
And I'm Fred Goldstein with Accountable Health. So Nick, for the past couple of weeks on Mondays, we've been meeting and discussing the COVID virus and how it impacts employers, individuals, medically, et cetera. One of the areas we've just sort of touched on a little bit is the whole issue of mental health, post-traumatic stress, et cetera. And obviously, perhaps you could comment on some of those areas and how important they are to what's going on right now.
Yeah, I think the tail of this COVID-19 is going to be long and wide, and that includes mental health especially. We are social people. We need interaction, and this physical distancing, and as it's called by some, social distancing, is going to have a significant and I think quite negative effect on people's mental health status. And we're going to need to be dealing with that moving forward.
One of the issues that further dives into this is the whole issue of veterans and how they've been impacted by this. Obviously, there are a lot of issues that veterans have from having served. Post-traumatic stress, as we just mentioned briefly, is one of those. What should we be considering around veterans right now and what they're trying to do as they deal with this issue?
Well, as many people will know, and it's certainly been one of my passion projects, the impact of mental health challenges on veterans has been disproportionate. We've seen enormous negative consequences and a lot of focus. This COVID-19 is going to exacerbate that for veterans, and we really need to find a pathway that supports them, especially to help them mitigate that and reduce the impacts of this COVID-19, because they're going to be influenced, and potentially more so because many of them might be on the front line of some of the responses that we've got within our own country.
Yeah, and as we think about that, obviously there's this webinar coming up that former Secretary Shulkin of the Veterans Affairs Administration has put together with a number of leading experts called The Impact of COVID-19 on Veterans with Post-Traumatic Stress. It's going to be this Friday at 2 o'clock. And I really think this is an excellent example for individuals to come together and learn from these leading experts. It'll include Caitlin Thompson, the VP of Community Partnerships with Cohen Veteran Services, Sherman Gillums Jr., the Chief Advocacy Officer with AmVets International, Robert Kyler, the Chief Clinical Officer with Palo Alto Health Sciences, and Tina Atherell, the CEO of Psych Armor Institute. And they're really going to talk about this whole issue of veterans, how this impacts them. Obviously, there are financial impacts that are creating stress now. There are medical impacts creating stress, and then the stress that these individuals bring with them from having served in the military. So I think this is really an excellent example for individuals to get together and learn from and get some ideas from these individuals.
I think tremendous program, and especially being led by Secretary Shulkin, who has served in the administrations of President Obama and now President, or historically with President Trump. Fantastic program. You really need to be there. It's a free webinar this Friday. Make the time.